Hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Melanie, and my channel is basically about exposing what the police have done, what the police have allowed, and what the police have continuously allowed. So over 3 years now, I've been through the worst harassment involving my neighbours. They've made my life a living hell. I've basically been stopped from having a life. For 9 months of it, I was trapped in the house, and when I first started to go out, I was only going out once a week, and I wasn't going alone or coming home alone. Then I tried to go out a second day a week because obviously previous to this and previous to COVID, I used to go out every single day, which I can prove because I know they've been telling lies about me not going out the house when I did. But anyway, they basically made my life a living hell. There was people involved, and they are still involved. They pretended not to be involved, but we knew all along that they were involved. They were just trying to make it look like they weren't. But anyway, there's been one main group of people involved, but the others that got involved had never seen me before, never heard of me, and they got involved in an harassment based on lies that they were being told. Now, whether or not someone's coming along and saying Melanie's done this, this and this, you've never seen me, you've never spoken to me, why are you believing it from someone that you've not really got anything to do with anyway? But whether or not it was true or not, which is not, I've been lied about massively. To stand outside my house every day, intimidating me, pointing at my camera, pulling faces, ringing my ring doorbell, getting children to kick balls at my car, making fun of me, trapping me in the house for 9 months, making me sit on the stairs in the cold all night because you're outside and I'm scared to move or put a light on, stopping me from eating and drinking. I've tried to take my own life because of these people who were actually complete strangers, like I said, never seen me, never spoken to me. Yet they got involved and did all this, and they work in public facing roles. They work with vulnerable people, vulnerable adults, vulnerable children, caring roles. So you'd expect they were caring people, but sadly from my experience, they're not. They've made my life a living hell. They know I'm a vulnerable adult. They know that I've got anxiety, I've got depression, and they also know that they trapped me in the house. I couldn't go out, I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do. I still can't. I'm still heavily controlled. I'm suffering from coercive behaviour, threats of violence, threats to kill. The police have got evidence of this. So some of them, yes, backed off, but they're still involved. They still speak to whoever. But basically they've got involved in something, not knowing the truth about the situation and why they've got involved in something. They've been lied about, but there's a backstory to it all, which, I don't believe they know, because would they still get involved? Well, based on what they've done, who knows? So there was meant to be a video going up today exposing the police. I've been putting videos up because I've been forced to do it, because basically the police are getting crime reports, they're getting reports from other people. It's not just me that's reported things. I don't report everything. It's really time consuming to report what I do report. I've had my mental health, literally it's at rock bottom. My physical health's at rock bottom. I can't go out when I want. Like I said, I can't live my life. They stalk me online. I get malicious communication. I get all sorts of things. And the police are basically allowing it to continue. Now, it's wrong. But as Maggie Oliver says, the police basically will protect everyone except for the vulnerable adults, and they try and criminalise us. I don't have a criminal record. I feel like I've been bullied by the police. They've lied about me. That's what some of the videos are about. I have put evidence in videos, and the video that was meant to go up today is very explosive towards lies that I've been told. I don't like the fact that I'm having to expose them. I'm finding it highly stressful. It's affecting me massively. It's upsetting me. It's upsetting in the respect that A, I'm having to do it, but B, that I'm having to talk about things and also put in the evidence, which means I'm having to listen to these conversations again, and it's upsetting me more. So it is putting a lot of pressure on me, but I've been left with no other option, because I've literally at times even begged for help. Now, no one should ever have to beg the police for help. No one should have to keep going to different people and saying, like, this is going on, this is going on. Basically, watch the Channel 4 TV show. You'll have to watch it on Catch Up or whatever you watch it on now, to catch a copper or whatever it's called. It shows that unprofessional standards are highly unprofessional, and they cover up crime, which I've been exposing and have exposed in upcoming videos, and also even the IOPC. So people like Maggie Oliver are trying to stop this from happening. Maggie Oliver is aware of this situation, just to put that out there. I've spoken to 3 members of a team, and obviously there will be updates going to them about what's gone on. And, you know, I'm a big supporter of her, and I hope she sorts everything out, because the police have basically helped my neighbours wreck my life. The police have affected my mental health. The police have made me feel embarrassed and shamed, scared to talk about things. I've been threatened by the neighbours. I've aggression towards me. I'm scared to even talk about some of the things that the neighbours have done to me. But the police don't do anything regardless of what I do or don't report, so what's the point? So I've had to make more reports this weekend. Well, the weekend that's just gone, you're going to see this today, Monday, the whatever, 20th, is it the 20th of February? 19th of February. So this weekend I've been targeted. This weekend just gone. I'm making it sound like it's the upcoming weekend. So Saturday and Sunday just gone, I was targeted. The result of me being targeted on the Saturday, that my physical health went downhill. It's still downhill. I feel pretty crappy, to be honest, physically and mentally, but we'll talk about the physical health. What happened on the Saturday has made me feel really ill, like really, really ill, like really run down, crappy temperature, headache, like, you know, because it does take a toll because it's been non-stop from a set of people. And so I wasn't feeling great when I woke up Sunday, and I was like, oh God, like I feel crappy. Do you know, like you go to bed in hopes that you might feel better in the morning, because that's always the hope. You don't want to wake up ill, do you? And when I woke up, I was like, oh God, I still feel really crappy. And I was like, I hope they leave me alone today, because I feel like crap physically. Mentally I am, but physically, when you're physically ill on top of feeling mentally ill because of what they're doing to you, it's worse. So I was like, I hope they leave me alone today. And they didn't. I was targeted. My dad was here for some of it. He was watching it. He was observing what they were doing. So it did go quiet, and I was like, do you know what? I didn't even think maybe they won't do anything, because I knew as soon as my dad went out on a dog walk, there'd be a time when they would go outside and do something, because that's the kind of typical routine with them. They do the worst stuff when my dad's not here. Now, there are witnesses to it who aren't my dad, because it's been reported and it's got witnesses' names on my reports, because they were witnessing what they did to me. And I have video evidence of what they did to me as well, because they did it at the side of my house. I was subjected to a loud and aggressive ball game with lots of shouting and screaming that not only affected me but affected other people on the street. And I've got video evidence of the entire thing, including who was out there and who was doing what. Now, when this whole harassment started, they got this started where they would play these ball games against my house. Bang, 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 bang. The house was shaking, and, you know, the ball would be purposely thrown or kicked in the garden, and they're in and out the garden, even though we've continuously asked them to stay out the garden. They've wrecked the garden. I had to fix it last year. And you know what? They wrecked it and they moaned and like, look at the state of it. Well, if you stayed out my garden, they've stopped me from having plants in my garden. We've had to put them in plant pots after being prevented from having them. They tried to stop me from having the plant pots. She's not having those black pots in the garden. She's getting rid of them, was the comment caught on camera. And they've just done everything they can to harm my physical and mental health. So they were targeting me at the front of the house and at the side of my house, and they were screaming and shouting and doing all this noise, and all I could hear was bang, 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 scream, 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 shout, 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 all sorts of noises. My mental health dropped massively. My anxiety went through the roof because it's loud banging. The loud banging was recorded in the house. The house was shaking because of the banging, which they're fully aware of because the police have spoken to them previously about this. And they've not played at the side of my house for a very long time, so it proves that it is targeted, and we're talking about adults here as well. So, like, I was getting messages off other people who were witness to what was going on, and, like, as I said, I do have video evidence of it all happening. So, you know, I'm at my lowest mental health wise. My physical health, it actually got much worse. Like, it's not really improved at all. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm severely down. Like, I've been crying. I've been stressed out. Like, I feel like ending my life, to be honest, because that's how they're making me feel, and I think that's what they're trying to do. I've reported it to the police, and I've said to them that if they don't deal with this now, I will be giving all this to the media this week. I'm not putting up with this. The police stop them from playing the ball games at the side of the house and at the front of the house. If they're not targeting that, they're targeting my garage wall. They're doing all sorts of things. That garage wall is mine. They don't have permission to kick balls at it like they do. So, you know, it's just constant targeting. They're doing all this knowing that it's affecting me. They think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. And I tell you what, if I went out there and acted like that, A, section me, because it's not normal to act that way. B, to do that knowing it's affecting someone, like, that isn't right, really, is it? You don't deliberately target people, but unfortunately they do. You know, it's wrong what they're doing. They're putting me through hell. They're making me not want to live, because that's literally how I feel like right now, you know. And I'm reluctant to even report it to the police, but I've been told, even though the police do what they're doing to me, to keep reporting it, because they're going to have great difficulty in the end saying, well, we've ignored over 1,000 reports. She's at her lowest. They're affecting her physical health. They're affecting her health, like mental health. They're affecting her life. They're making me a nervous wreck. All that banging is still affecting me now. Like, imagine being trapped in the house and you can hear this very loud banging, and they know it's loud because the police have spoken to them about it on numerous occasions. And like I said, they got it stopped at the side of the house, at the front of the house. Now, there's not much room around here to play football, but there's parks they can go to. You know, some of the people on the street do take the children away to play, but unfortunately the people that are doing the most to me don't do that. But there isn't room to play, and because of how the street's built, it does make a lot of noise. There's, like, you know, no matter who lived here, they would get targeted, and everyone knows that. You know, they have an issue with this house, the people that are doing it. The people that lived here previously, you know, I know what happened. So I'm being targeted all the time. It's making me physically unwell, it's making me mentally unwell, and they won't leave me alone. I do absolutely nothing to them. They know they control my life. They know I can't come and go as I want. They know I'm petrified of them. And having them outside doing that to me, I was scared to death because of the things they've done to me, the things they've said to me, the things they've put me through. They don't leave me alone. And I have reported them all for being out there and doing that, and I have got the evidence to back it up. And like I said, in what I said to the police, if it's not dealt with, which I don't believe it is, you're leaving me with no choice but to make this public this week. I'm going to give the police a certain amount of days to do the right thing, and if they don't, they've left me with no choice, because I can't cope with what they're doing to me. They're making me ill. They're stopping me from doing things because it's affecting me. Like, I don't feel up to doing anything. Like, I'm constantly behind on things when they target me like this. They're making my life a living hell, and it's wrong what they're being allowed to do to me. The police have been aware for a month at least now that this has stepped up again, and that these people are tormenting me. They're making me suicidal. They're making me panic. They're affecting me. Like, last night, I was still awake at 4 a.m. because of how they're making me feel. And when I go to sleep, I'm having nightmares. In fact, one of them that was out there hasn't done much to me for a long time, and they're working a very public facing role with vulnerable people when you need someone the most. You know, if you have an accident, and they were out there, and it's upsetting me that they're targeting me yet again. Like, it's wrong what they're doing to me, it's wrong what they're putting me through, and I can't live like this anymore. And I'm standing up for myself, and I will go public about every single one of them, because the police are not protecting me. The police are criminal, or trying to criminalise me. The police are allowing them to make my life hell. The police are protecting them, and I want to know why. Now, I will make it all public, and I will go to the papers. I've had conversations with the media, because, as you know, I'm putting my email address in these videos. So all I need to do is reply with the footage if I want to. I'm not having this happen to me anymore. They're not torturing me like this. It is pure torture. They know I've got anxiety, and they're targeting my house. This is my house. They wouldn't like it if someone stood outside their house, attacking their house and attacking their mental health. But they just won't leave me alone, and they're harming me every single day of my life. My dad was fully aware of it, and he couldn't get home because where he was. But we do have cameras up, so he could view what was going on. And he's getting involved. I nearly said what he's gonna do, but he's getting heavily involved. He agrees with going to the media. He's an older gentleman. I'm not like gonna call him old because he doesn't like it, but you know, when you get to his age, you don't want to have to put up with this. We won't be moving. You will carry me out in a body bag before that. So the police, if they don't deal with this and deal with the criminal activity towards me constantly and actually deal with these people, I will be going public in the coming days, because what they're doing to me and what has been allowed to happen to me is beyond cruel. This is absolutely disgusting how they've made me feel yet again, and I feel horrendous. I'm going to feel rough for days. I'll guarantee it'll carry on Monday, it'll carry on Tuesday, because they're doing it every day to me now. And more people are getting involved. Now, I don't know why you would get involved, because it's cruelty what you're doing to me. But phone calls are going to happen this week. I am not going to be made to feel like this anymore. They've ruined my life for over 3 years. I've had crap going on from certain people for over 8 years now. I shouldn't have to deal with this. I shouldn't have to put up with it. I shouldn't be threatened. I shouldn't be intimidated. I shouldn't have threats to kill standing outside my house, intimidating me, scaring me. They scare me just being outside because of what they've actually physically and mentally done to me. It's wrong. So I am going to be going public, it would appear, because I don't believe the police are going to deal with them. So, and if the police don't, I think my dad's going to be going public as well, but he's going to be doing something on the day that this is going up. This is Monday, by the way. So I had to move videos to tell everyone that I'm being subjected to the most horrific torment ever. It's affecting my physical, mental health, my life. I cannot physically cope. I am lower than low. And I can't cope with being physically low on top, but it's making me physically unwell as well. So, you know, it's all going to come out now, because I can't be put through this daily abuse. It is disgusting what they're doing to me and what's being allowed by the police. And as I said, the police have been told enough's enough. It's coming out now. So if they don't deal with it, they're going to leave me with no choice. And then the papers or whatever media I decide to go with, they can question the police on why they've allowed me to be subjected to this, and why the police have also lied and been abusive to me as well. I've just seen, and as you will see, because of our videos scheduled, I've just had to move them. So that's what's going on. That's how I feel. I'm lower than low, and if it carries on tonight after school, then you know. I mean, you won't know, because obviously this is going up in the evening, but you'll find out, because I can't deal with this anymore. And if it carries on, then I'm going to go to the papers soon, and I'm going to give the police less time, because I'm not having this every single day of my life. And that's it. If you want to watch the rest of the videos, like I said, I have moved them forward a day. Unless something major happens today with the Neighbours, then the next video will obviously be about the police and proving lies again. But obviously if something else happens, there will be a video, but also the police will be told again that if anything happens today and I'm made to feel any worse, I mean, I don't know if I could feel any lower, to be honest, but if anything else happens today, then the police are getting a day less to sort this out, because I'm not having them subjecting me to this and making me feel this unwell.